What's up, TFG Sports Media? How you doing? I am your sports guy, Kendrick. Yes, it is Saturday night. Saturday night is time to rock. Guess what? The NBA All Star Weekend 2023 Saturday night activities just wrapped up, probably about a good 30 minutes ago, and I want to jump on here and give my reaction to the activities, the festivities that went down in Salt Lake City. If you missed out, again, I'm your sports guy, Kendrick. This is TFG Sports Media, uh, and we're talking NBA All Star Weekend activities. Make sure if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment and chat a taste. So let me know what you thought about tonight's All Star Weekend 3-point contest, slam dunk contest, and the skills challenge. If you checked it out. If not, I'm just going to give you my 2 cents on my thoughts. I'll be honest with you. I haven't sat down and really watched the Saturday night NBA All-Star Weekend festivities for a minute because I'll be honest with you. I kind of got boring. I mean, it wasn't really nothing. You've seen it. We've seen it all when it comes to the dunk contest. We've been there, kind of seen it all. Uh the skills challenge to me is somewhat just it's kind of boring. To me, the most exciting thing going on this Saturday night is the 3-point shooting contest. Uh, so I said, well, it's Saturday night. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm gonna sit down here and actually watch it rather than go and search after the fact and go on YouTube and go find and watch, it after the fact. But it is special. This year's All Star Game weekend festivities is somewhat special. This is the 30th anniversary of the first NBA All Star Game, and that was hosted by the Utah Jazz in 1993. And Commissioner Adam Silver decided, hey, let's take it back to Utah since it's the 30th year anniversary to commemorate that. So All Star Weekend is going on in Utah. They started last night with the Rising Stars Challenge and the Celebrity Game, which I did not watch. I never really watched that either because it's always something else and I can find on Friday nights, but that's cool. I will say this: out of all the major sports, I think the NBA does the best job of when it comes to activities and all that and preparing and getting stuff together for the fans. I think they do that to keep the fans engaged, in my opinion. Now tonight again, we did have the skills challenge, the 3-point shooting contest, and slam dunk contest. But before that, we also had the HBCU Classic, which started last year. The NBA has teamed up with the HBCU to showcase a HBCU college game. And this year's, it started at 4 p.m. Eastern. Earlier today, it was Grambling State versus Southern. And I watched that, and it was a really good game. It was tight and close all the way to the end. But I think that's a really good partnership, the NBA and the HBCUs, to do this called the HBCU Classic prior to the Saturday night activity. So that was what kicked off the NBA All-Star Weekend 2023. Now, let's get down to it. The 3-point contest participants. 3-point shooting contest participants were Tyrese Halliburton out of the Indiana Pacers. You had Tyler Hero from the Miami Heat, Buddy Hield from the Indiana Pacers, Kevin Huerter from the Sacramento Kings, Damian Lillard from the Portland Trailblazers, Lauri Markkanen from the host city, the Utah Jazz, and Anthony Simons from the Blazers, but he had to pull out from an injury, so they replaced him with Julius Randle from the New York Knicks and Jason Tatum from the Celtics. Now, I was kind of torn on who I was going to pick because I said that this season going to be Damian Lillard or Buddy Hield. I was like, I said, but Dame Dollar, I said, that dude right there can shoot from anywhere on the court and he'll get hot in a minute. I said, I think this is going to be Dame Lillard. I said, I think he's going to take this 3-point contest, and my hunch was right. He did. But Tyrese Halliburton started out like gangbusters. He came out and scored 31 in his first opening round. But I think that tired him out because after that, he kind of was average on the way from there on out. And it was Dame Dillard's to lose. So again, the 3-point shooting contest to me is the most exciting thing to watch now because the league has went. When you think about it, that's what the league is now. It's more of post spotting up and shooting threes. So now you got, even the big guys do shoot threes. I think that's the most exciting and most anticipated to watch. For me, again, Dame Lillard won the 3-point shooting contest. He was the first Portland Trailblazers to ever win it. So hats off to him. He also wore his Weber State, because he went to Weber State. He wore his Weber State jersey in the first round, I believe. So it was cool to see that. Buddy Hield did have a pretty good shooting night. With the rest, it was just average. We ain't gonna even talk about that skills challenge. I mean, after the first whatever they did, I stopped watching that. I was like, I ain't watching that. So I was doing other things on Facebook, on social media, or whatever. So the 3-point contest was pretty good. Was pretty good. Dame Lillard did his thing. Now let's get to the slam dunk contest. Let's talk. Let's first. I tell you who the judges were. Lisa Leslie was a judge. Dominique Wilkins, Karl Malone, who played for the Utah Jazz all his career, and that caught there's a lot of flack on that because of Karl Malone has a little sketchy past, pretty much, and a lot of people weren't happy that they made him a judge, but I get it. But he did play for Utah for 17, 18 years. But he was a judge again. Him, Dominique, uh, Lisa Leslie, and I believe Jamal Crawford. Oh, and Harold Miner. I have forgot. I left him out. Man, I did not. I'll be honest with you. I did not recognize Harold Miner. If you don't remember who Harold Miner is, when he came out of USC, everybody was calling him Baby Jordan because he could put it up in the rafters. He could dunk. He was a high riser. I did not recognize him. I almost like, oh, I was like, that's Harold Miner? He totally looks different. And my thing is, I ain't trying to shame nobody. We all age. I get it. He ain't no athlete, but he doesn't, even his face didn't even look like Harold Miner that I remember. But anyway, he was one of the judges as well. And the contestants in the slam dunk contest was Kenya Martin Jr. His dad, if you don't know, is Kenya Martin, who played in the league for 17, 18 years with the Nets and a couple of other teams in the Denver Nuggets. Kenya Martin, he came straight out of Dallas. Kenya Martin was a player. He was a baller. He did his thing. His son plays with the Rockets, had Trey Murphy III from the Pelicans, Mac McClung from the 76ers, and Jericho Sims from the Knicks. Those were the slam dunk contestants. I picked Mac McClung, and the reason why I picked him because I actually stumbled upon his YouTube reel from when he was in high school, probably about 6 or 7 months ago. And I'm like, man, who is this white chocolate, this white dude that can jump out the gym? Some of the dunks he was doing in games was just crazy. I said, this dude, this white man can't jump. So he definitely shot down that stereotype. So this white brother right here got some hops. And I picked him to win when I found out he was in. I said, oh, it's hands up. I said, he gonna win it. And sure enough, he did. He came with some white funk. So my new nickname for Mac McClung now is White Funk because he brought the white funk for sure. So if you missed the slam dunk contest, make sure you go check that out. Go check out the replay. I'm sure it's already posted to YouTube. But the slam dunk again, it was pretty on an average. If I say 10 excellent and 1 is horrible, I would give this slam dunk contest probably a 5. It was right in the middle because Kenya Martin Jr. had some nice dunks. And Trey Murphy III had some nice dunks as well. Jericho Sims, he could jump high, but he had one dunk that was really corny, in my opinion. I just think the NBA should look at revamping the slam dunk contest. I think they should go out and find the best dunkers in the best city in the metropolitan cities and have a dunk off and bring the best 4 that they find, bring them to the NBA All-Star weekend, have them do their thing, and the winner wins $100,000 plus regular season home games to their team in their city. I think that's what the NBA should do. I think Adam Silver should do that. I'm sure this has already probably been presented to him, but in my opinion, I think that at this point, the slam dunk contest is pretty stale, in my opinion. But I think that would inject a little bit more want energy into it. Not saying that people didn't want to watch this, but I'll be honest with you, we didn't see pretty much all the dunks you can see. We didn't see the greats do it. We didn't see MJ. We didn't see Dominique. We didn't see Vince. We didn't see Jason Richardson. We didn't see uh uh Zach Levine. We didn't see Adam Gordon. We didn't see a lot of the great dunkers do it. And so it's nothing under the sun that I think as a viewer and as a fan we haven't seen. So I think Adam Silver, commissioner of NBA, they should think about, okay, let's do a search, a slam dunk search in the major cities and find the best dunker in those cities and bring four of them to the All-Star game and let them do their thing, and the winner wins $100,000 plus regular season tickets, home game tickets to the team of their home cities. That's my opinion. I'd like to know what you guys think. Make sure you drop that comment in there and let me know if you watched it. What was your thoughts on all the activities? Do you think that those that won? I mean, obviously Damian Lillard, he won because he made the most shots, but with the slam dunk contest, do you think Matt McClung had the best dunks? I definitely did. He had some white funk, and in my opinion. Let me know what you think about it. I just want to jump on here and give my thoughts real quick on NBA All Star Weekend Saturday night activities. Now the NBA All Star Game is going on tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on TNT. So that'll give you something to watch. And we got the XFL that started today. Their regular season jumped off today. They had 2 games today. They got 2 games tomorrow. And it's gonna be carried by ESPN ABC. So you can find XFL. And I actually watched the Arlington team versus the Vegas team today. And it was all right. It was a pretty, it ain't NFL, but it was a pretty entertaining football game. Head coach Bob Stoops is the head coach of the Arlington team, and I can't remember who's the head coach of the Vegas team, but it was a pretty entertaining game. It was pretty competitive. So XFL, you still got some football going on. If you want to check out some football, they got 2 games tomorrow. Again, it's going to be carried on the ABC, ESPN platform, so you can find it there. So again, this has been your TFG Sports Guy, Kendrick. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and keep it locked here for all your sports updates and breaking news. We will see you on the other side. We'll talk to you later. I'm out. Deuces.